Yo, what's good? It's your boy Lust for Power, bringing you my Raging Spartan build for Lords of the Fallen. This build is for PvP, PvE, and designed to be an in-game meta build, as long as you use it correctly. Your damage will be based off Wither, Burn, and Ignite, but let's get into it. Starting off with Mahu over here, you need the Umbral Eye of Pilgrim. This gives your light attacks a major damage boost, but will only be Wither damage. And we balance the Wither damage with Burning and Ignite. That's how the build works. For the two other eyes, I decided to run item discovery rate just because I want items to drop faster. But you can run whatever you want, it's solely up to you. Next, starting off with the Grinning axes, as you can see I have 2 plus 10, so you do need to be on New Game Plus. As you can see, it has a S Inferno stat. Only stat given this build damage is the Inferno stat, so you can build this build early. All you have to do is build into Inferno. Also, what I come to notice is that S ranks will give you the best damage for your build. You'll see weapons that fit with like B plus and C minus. This is just how those fit with those particular stats. It doesn't add anything else to the build. If you saw my previous Inferno agility build, I used the Bloodlust plus 10. I used 2 of them with A minus agility and A minus Inferno, and my S tier Grinning axe build still outperforms that build by miles. But let's go over the Grinning Axe plus 10. It has an attack power of 545 total. This is split between mostly fire and wither damage. So the whole build plays around powerful wither attacks and using ignite and burn to finish enemies off quickly. Another thing that makes the Grinning Axe so powerful is the runes. You literally can slot 3 Berlin Inferno runes in, making this have the most insane scaling of Inferno possible, besides if you had a shield, and also apply to our burning damage. So if you take a look at all our slots, I have everything filled up with Berlin, increasing our Inferno attribute. Even if we go to the second axe, I'm gonna go to the second axe right now so y'all can check it out. Even on the second axe, we got Berlin filled out, increasing our Inferno attribute scaling. Next, we're going to talk about the catalyst and the spells. I'm going to go into a little bit detail about the spells more than I did last time. But as you can see, I got the Rogar Heart with A plus, and then it has 5 spell slots. First spell, Inferno Weapon. Inferno Weapon applies the bleeding you need to consistently ignite and burn enemies. Even burning enemies will die because you hit so hard with this build. Next is 80 Years Rage. It increases all your damage types. This is a must. It increases your damage for PvP, increases your damage by PvE, and you can tell the difference. It's a difference amount. Next is Seismic Flame. This is my favorite spell in the game. When people are trying to get away from you in PvP, they're trying to roll away or heal. You seen how I did them? All you gotta do is take up the Seismic Hammer and it'll catch them every time they're rolling away. And another great spell to use is the Magma Surge. It's slow, but it gets the job done, especially for ranged enemies in PvE. Next is 80 Years Hardiness. Allows you to take more damage. I'm trying to take as less damage as possible, so I basically have this on at all times. Next is 80 Years Endurance. This is perfect for 2v1 fights because you regenerate stamina so fast. It's almost instant, and it's great not to have to worry about stamina like that in the midst of battle. For your armor, you want high holy and high physical. Everyone in PvP is running some type of radiance build. You rarely come in contact with someone who isn't. You get this helmet for getting 400 hands from PvP. You get 9 a fight. It's great looking, but to be honest, it's better helmets with better stats. Next, we got the Pendant of Infernal Ablation. Deal additional damage to burning enemies. I would say this is good for PvE, but not for PvP because of the lag. It's some crazy lag. I literally showed you guys the best footage and the TTK. But normally, by the time you burn someone, they're already dead. So I would suggest using the Pendant of Enduration. That'll give you extra defense. You can use the Warrior's Claw, giving you more physical damage and physical defense. Or if you want to go straight spellcaster, insane hammer damage, you can increase it by using Hysteria's Pendant and increase your spell power. Next, we got the Ring of Infernal Devotion. This helps you build the ignite build up because of the burn, and you need this quicker because ignite and burn will be your main source of fully killing an enemy. Also, you can use your spells as well. Next, we got the Cleric's Benediction. This is what I've been using for PvP to give you more defense against those Radiance builds because everyone is literally running a Radiance build. But when you're not in PvP, you can run the Ring of Night and Fire, and this will give you more Wither and Fire damage. And lastly, let's go over the stats. The only stat that you need to start this build off is Inferno. I increased the Radiance to 75 to build resistance against Radiance attacks in PvP. The only thing that is giving this build damage is the Inferno stat, so remember that. So you can build your build just straight off Inferno, and you can have the maximum damage on this build early. But don't forget, while you're raising that main Inferno stat to raise your vitality, I recommend a hard cap of 60. Just raise it slowly as you're raising your main stat. Also raising endurance, you know what I'm saying? Your weight doesn't really play a particular part in this build, so you really don't have to worry about the weight too much on this build. But then after you fully max out the Infernal stat to where you want it, I do recommend the Radiant stat just so you can get some of that Radiance defense up because like I said, those Radiance attack, they absolutely hurt in PvP, man. I'm already maxed up and sometimes I still get 3-shot, 4-shot, but I end up building up some type of defense against them, man. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all you guys for coming through, man. Deuces.